Hello again, guys. Hope I find you all well. So, for today's video, I wanted to talk about how to get a job, because I've got a fair bit of experience in this from both ends of the scale, because I'm currently a manager, so I've got experience of what I look for in people when they're applying for work. And at the same time, not too long ago, I was on the other end of the scale looking for work and getting jobs. So I just wanted to give my advice, try and help you guys out a little bit. So yeah, I'll start from the beginning. So before I even went to uni or anything like that, when I was first looking for my first ever jobs, just my first part-time jobs or whatever, the one thing I did, which really worked more than anything else, was to basically go into places and be persistent. Now, a lot of places will try and discourage you from doing this, especially in retail. You go into most places and try and introduce yourself, and they'll be like, "No, mate, too busy. Just email me your CV or something." Now the problem is if you fill out online applications and you email CVs and stuff, the problem is they just get they just get either ignored or forgotten. And a lot of the time it's not that managers are deliberately forgetting, it's just that because they're so busy, they might read your email or whatever, but something else will come up and they'll just forget. And it's nothing personal, it's just how it is. So, you've got to... Oh, what's going on there? Okay, kid, get out of the road. You've got to be persistent. Just keep going into places, because you'll get a lot of rejection, sure. You'll get a lot of people saying, "Oh, that's coming this way. I better get out of the way of that then." Oh, and another one. Woo. I wonder what's going on there. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, so anyway, you'll get a lot of rejection. You'll get a lot of people saying, they're too busy or whatever. But the best bit of advice I can give is just keep trying, go into different places and just keep being persistent and be confident as well. Because it does work, it does pay off. And I'll tell you guys one thing, doing that and persisting with that will get you a job a lot faster than just filling out tons and tons of online forms. And the other reason I know it works, I know it works from experience, because that's how I've got all of my jobs that I've ever had. It's always been that approach. But the other reason I know it works is from a manager's point of view. I've had that happen, so I'll give you guys an example. There's a guy that, because I don't employ people full time, but I get work that comes in and I hand it out to guys who are either self-employed or just looking for part-time work or whatever. And I had a guy working for me last year, and he came in last year to the office and he introduced himself to me and he said, "Look, mate, I'm looking for work. This is what I'm able to do. These are my skills. If you've got anything going, please do bear me in mind." And I'll tell you guys something, he got work. He got work before anyone else did, because he stuck in my mind, because I'd met him and I knew him and I felt comfortable talking to him because I'd already had that conversation with him. And that's from a manager's point of view. And another important thing, so say you go talk to someone like in a company and you have a nice conversation with them, but they don't have anything going right now, but they'll bear you in mind in the future. So the next thing you've got to do, when I say be persistent, is to keep in contact. Because the thing is, if you have a conversation with them, that's brilliant, But then if you don't talk to them for a couple of weeks or months, again, they're very busy people, they're going to forget you again. So you've got to just every now and again, just send an email or a quick phone call and just say, hello mate, I'm still here, you know, don't forget me if anything does come up. Because I tell you, that will make a big difference. Because it's all about sticking out in people's minds and being remembered. And so going back to this guy that worked for me last year, he came back because our work is very seasonal, or at least the kind of work that he does is very seasonal. So obviously there's been a whole winter, about 4 or 5 months, since I last had any work for him. But yesterday he came into the office and again we sat down and had a chat. And because he's been proactive, because he has reminded me that he's there, again, he will get work from me. That's how it works. That is the most effective way of doing it. Regardless of what anyone will say to you, that is the most effective thing to do. Because he will. I'll tell you guys right now, he will get work from me. No doubt. Because I like that. Because it's not just about sticking out in the manager's mind, it's also the fact that you're being proactive, the fact that you're showing initiative, the fact that you're not just sitting on your arse expecting stuff to come to you. Because if there's one thing I've learnt in this world, is shit doesn't come to you. If you want something, you've got to go chase it. If you're sitting there thinking, I'm just going to send out a few emails, sit here and wait for something to come to me, you're going to be waiting a long time. I'll tell you that right now, you will be waiting a long time. Unless you're extremely fucking lucky, which I'm not saying is impossible, but the chances are fucking slim, I tell you. You've got to be proactive and you've got to get out there. And that's it really, that's the, you know, this is advice on getting a job from someone that employs people. Well, or at least, you know, employs people on a temporary fashion anyway, but it's the same thing. You know, it makes no difference if it's temporary, permanent, whatever. As someone who employs people, that is my advice to you. Just be proactive. Always be active when it comes to chasing your goals, be it getting a job or whatever. Anything in life, you've got to be proactive. Don't matter how lazy you are, don't matter how much you can't be bothered. If you want it, you've got to go get it. And it's going to come to you. I know people say this all the time, and whether you like to believe it or not, that's how it is. So that's it. I hope you guys find that helpful. I certainly found it helpful. It got me all the jobs I've ever had, so including this one. So, you know, I hope that I have inspired some people. I hope that I have given you some advice that is useful. And best of luck for any of you out there who are looking for jobs right now. Best of luck in your searches. I hope you all land real decent jobs real soon. Yeah, for now, that'll do for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did like this video, please do give me a thumbs up, and please do subscribe. I've got new videos coming out every Tuesday and Thursday. I try to make them as interesting as possible. Got reviews, got modification videos, general motor vlogs and discussions. Yep, just hit that subscribe button, guys, and I will catch you guys again soon. Bye bye for now.